Welcome into another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast on Sports Illustrated from the Fans First Sports Network. I'm Tom Cavanaugh. You can follow myself at TCav30 on Twitter/X. Follow our insider pages at UCLA Insider on SI, both on Twitter/X and Facebook, and just type into your search bar UCLA Sports Illustrated to find all of our daily content. So, just going to recap this big first win for the UCLA Bruins men's basketball team, 69-58. They took down Washington at home, a wire-to-wire win for the club. Got off to a hot start. Well, Tyler Bilodeau did. He scored the team's first 7 points of the night. He finished with 16, a team high. Also, Sebastian Mack, the sophomore guard, finished with 16 points as well. Dylan Andrews, the junior, he chipped in with a dozen. All around, it was good ball played. Washington, they did a decent job on the offensive glass. One point that we hit on prior to the game that they needed to really hone in on and do a good job of. Gave up 10 boards, or 10 offensive boards, I should say, for 9 second chance points. Not a ton of second chance points considering they had 10 of them on the glass. But they were able to play well enough defensively to keep those points at a minimum when they did allow the glass. But they did do a really nice job in the turnover area. Only 8 turnovers for them and 12 for the Huskies, generating 19 points off of turnovers for the Bruins. A huge stat right there, kind of a turning point in the game. Midway through the second half, Bruins actually took a 5-point lead in a halftime. They were up by 10, 11 points for a majority of the first half. Had the lead cut down to 3. They went into half at 5. And then, as I just mentioned, halfway through that second half, they stripped a couple of turnovers away, took a charge, knocked down 3 from Sebastian Mack. He had a couple of them. He had 1. It was Sky Clark who had a couple of them. Just all around good basketball played from the team. They were 8 of 21 from three-point range, good enough for 38%, much higher than their normal average. And they were 41% from the field, 25 of 60. So you look at this team, and once again, it continues to show you that there are multiple different guys that can score on any given night. I mean, we saw Lazar Stefanovic, he was the leading scorer a couple nights ago. He had 5 points. Kobe Johnson, the senior transfer, he had 3 points. But other guys stepped in and picked him up. Dylan Andrews, he scored in double figures for the second straight game. Tyler Bilodeau, he's played 8 games this year. 6 of those he scored in double figures. He was 1 rebound away from a double-double. He finished with 9 boards. And then Sebastian Mack, he continues to grow as this season progresses, and he continues to get to the free throw line at such a high rate. 7 of 12 from the line. Now, he probably left some points off the board, and head coach Mick Cronin will let him know that, finishing with 16, could have had a few more there. But that's the second game this year that he's been able to get to the line 10 or more times. That's not easy to do. And it kind of starts with Mac's ability to get to the rim and get by his original defender. I mean, we were seeing him make cross-up moves and go right to the rim, and the Huskies, all they could do was foul because they didn't want to let up a free 3 points. Now, Mac was 4 of 12 shooting, but because he went to the rim so often and was fouled, he got so many chances at extra points. And that's just going to kind of be a staple of his game throughout the year. So continue to see Sebastian Mack get to the line early and often. Hopefully he's able to make a few more free throws next time he does it. And you could tell the outside shooting was a lot better for the Bruins. They only had 28 paint points out of 69 total. In past games, last 4 or 5 probably, we'd see over half of those points in the paint. Now, I mean, Washington had a couple of big guys. I mean, they highlighted Great Osobor, who was a transfer with head coach Danny Sprinkle from Utah State. He was a force to be reckoned with inside. And they did a nice job of controlling him, controlling the inside. Daimara, he got into foul trouble, didn't play a whole lot in the second half, but he was grabbing some rebounds, finished with 5 of them. Sebastian Mack, he had 5 boards as well. We talked about Bilodeau's 9. And then Eric Daly Jr., he finished 6 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, doing a little bit of everything was Eric. His point total was low, but when you look at the entire stat sheet, he did a lot more than that, pulling down a couple of offensive rebounds as well. So it was good to see this team kind of make those second half adjustments. Got out to an early lead by double digits, saw it come on down to 3 to 5 points, and halftime, the necessary adjustments were made, and they came out in the second half, made more shots, created more turnovers, did not turn the ball over much at all over the game, and came out with a big win. You start 1-0 in conference play. You wrap up your home stand here 7-1 on the season. They're 7-0 now at Pauley Pavilion, have not lost at home. Their only loss was on the road back on November 8th against New Mexico. That was in a neutral site game in Nevada. And Sunday is going to be the next time, the next time that UCLA goes on the road since that November 8th loss. They're going to play Oregon, who is ranked now 12th in the country. Oregon, they're 8-0 on the season. They just took down Alabama, who's one of the top programs in the entire college basketball landscape. This is going to be a good game. UCLA should come out firing. If they're able to pick up a win here, do not be surprised if an 8-1 Bruins team is back ranked in the top 25, because the Ducks are no joke. We're going to break down their team for the rest of the week, talk about a few guys that impact that squad to earn some big wins and stay undefeated to this point in the season. This has been the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast on Sports Illustrated from the Fans First Sports Network. I'm Tom Cavanaugh. Follow myself again at TCav30 on Twitter/X and our insider pages at UCLA Insider on SI. Thanks so much, everybody. We will see you again next time.